I feel you. I can sense you're here. Why are you here?
I have to go back.
Go back where?
I have to get back to the river. I have to go back.
Who pulled you from there?
I don't belong here. I don't know.
You don't belong here. If I help you back, are you going to attack me?
No, I have to go back.
Are you supposed to bring anybody else with you?
I think a lot of it just is repetitious.
I want to go back. I'm not supposed to be here.
What's your name? Can I help you?
Its voice goes silent when you ask its name.
It's fine. You can remember. I give you permission to remember who you are.
Volunteer, can you help me go back?
You get the feelings of water and pain.
Rabberto's been picking while he's been talking with it, and he coming out of it, he seems to lose his rhythm and into twanging his lute.
Tekoa just looks over at him.
Yeah, this isn't really anything you've seen Rabberto do before.
He doesn't want to like interrupt, but he's just kind of like looking at him and starts looking
seems like
around.
There's some sort of spirit that got pulled out of death and abandoned here or put here for a reason.
Huh?
He's over here on the west side of town. Its
Okay.
name is Elantir, and
Huh.
it's in a lot of pain.
Should we kill him so he can go to the other side?
Well,
I can help.
Well, of course you can.
I can also lead it to the other side. Maybe it...
But wait, hold on. So
Yeah.
it doesn't want to devour anybody, it just wants to go back.
It just wants... It's repeating, I don't belong here. I need to go back. I don't belong here.
Okay.
But it's the only one I feel here.
Well, that's a good thing. That's
Yeah.
also... So, okay. That's a good thing. On that note, Mark, can I do a perception check to notice if anything seems out of place in the town? Other than it just being quiet.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Choose your own difficulty.
I've only got 2 greens to go with here. You know what? Go big or go home. I'm gonna go with hard. And
Do we have any light side?
we got 1, but I don't want to spend it. It's just a perception check. And I got a threat.
Yeah, nothing really seems too weird besides it being pretty empty.
Yeah. Okay.
As you get a little bit closer to town, Rabberto said there aren't really any dead things around, so I assume you all would move forward, probably cautiously, but forward.
Yes.
Places looked locked up and abandoned.
Oh. Okay.
There are no people.
Recently?
There are some birds flying around. You don't spot really any other animals in town. But yeah, this place looks recently abandoned.
So they're locked up, so maybe the people left and they're okay.
Well, if things are locked up, then maybe they did get word and are on their way. Maybe Elantir is just here because the necromancer put it here as a warning, knowing that if it's disturbed, it's going to feel it. And feel it leave.
Is there a town hall here? Or the magistrate building? Or
Yeah, there's a
Burgermeister?
town hall. It's small. It's not very large. There's a small, public area out front with a little stage kind of amphitheater. Something they would use for town meetings in the warmer months.
Okay. Is there any kind of... I don't think it's any message board or anything, right? Nothing like that?
I think there is, but I think it's pretty empty.
Okay.
This time of the season, in a small town like this,
Yeah.
I think, for your one threat, there's not really anything on that message board.
Okay, because I was looking more for notices and things of that nature. Okay, so I want to see about going to the town hall and opening it up if I can.
Okay, you spot the town hall, you move up to it, and as you get to those big doors, they are actually locked.
Define locked in this realm. Is that something
Locked
that...
from the inside or outside?
Locked. There's metal door handles with a keyhole that probably uses an iron key. Big iron key.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You can imagine that whoever runs this town wears that iron key around their neck
Yes.
on a
Oh, they
very
have to.
colorful
All times.
ribbon all the time.
Okay, so town hall's locked up. Checks it. There's windows, right? Yes, no?
Mhm.
Okay,
Yep.
Can I peer in the window?
Yep, it's dark inside. Doesn't look particularly dusty.
Okay.
Doesn't look like it was abandoned a long time ago.
Okay. Then we need to check a nearby home then. Because obviously the town hall may not be in use as often, but I'm just kind of trying to suss out how recently this place has been abandoned kind of deal.
Yeah, there's a pub across the street.
Ah, yes,
The
pubs.
most
definitely.
important place.
Yes.
Same deal. Locked up recently.
Wow, I've never been to a pub that's been closed.
Well, I mean, if
Locked.
no one's here, then no one's here.
This town's dead. Oh no. Pub's not even open.
Okay, well, then we know that nobody's here, and obviously if they locked up, then they moved on to somewhere else.
Yeah.
So what do you want to do about Elentier?
What I want to do is I want to take him back over to the other side. But
What is he? Or what is it?
what is it?
Mm-hmm.
It's a soul that's been taken out from where it's supposed to be.
No. I mean, like, do you know if it's a shambler? Do you know if it's a wraith, a spirit, or something along those lines?
That's a good point.
I mean, the last time you said, "Oh, this is one. We need to take this to the other side." It was something that could literally, like, knock us all unconscious.
It was a ghost. Just a ghost. Did I get a feeling of what this?
Mm-mm.
So let's head over that direction then, I guess.
Yeah.
You could do a daunting forbidden check without actually having seen it.
Wow.
No problem. A daunting
I'll
forbidden.
flip on it.
Dang it.
Wow.
Forbidden. So that daunting is 4.
Is there anything that Joy can
Yeah.
do?
Without having seen it or talked to it, probably not.
Can I get a boost because I did talk to it?
No. Yeah.
Okay. Can I get a boost because of Caelim's book?
No. I don't think
Can I
it's
get
going to
a-
be in there.
Boost because I talked, because I've gone over and I have a Hans?
No.
Crap. Okay. Rolling it.
I'm going to... Oh, okay,
Oh,
fine.
Sorry.
Woo!
I don't
Okay.
remember
4
what
threats.
this
You
is.
got 4 successes, man.
That's 4 successes, 4 threats.
Uh-huh.
They are known as dwarf-aired. They are always free dead. They are not under the control of a necromancer. They can usually be found on the edges of streams and rivers, washing their hands, trying to get back to the river.
Oh, wow. The rivers of life. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, got you. Huh. Okay, so this... Wow. Okay.
4 threats, huh?
Yep.
Cool.
That's just terrifying.
Well, are you making your way through the rest of town?
No.
I say happily.
I mean, we're staying in the sunlight, yeah?
So once again is Dwarford.
DWR apostrophe FARID. Dwarford.
So what do we want to do? We've got to make time.
Oh, yeah. No, I think it's. Let's see. Wants to get back home. It's dealing with the river. Want to get back home. What is that?
Uh-huh.
What song was that? I think there was a tale of dead that like want to get back, and they're always washing their hands in the river, and they just want to get back. They're like Freds.
Freds.
Dwarfreds.
Okay.
Something like that.
Definitely not something I would know.
Yeah,
Not really. I mean,
it's probably easy enough just to send them home, but they're usually like free though.
okay, so it's not
But
part
if
of
they're
the...
free, then how do they get out? That doesn't make
What
sense.
do you mean?
Well, if they're free dead, that means they're not necessarily bound by like a necromancer. Okay?
You mean like some of the spirits that we come across?
Sure, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But then you have like the ghosts that are bound to like specific items, like
Okay.
Hans and his skull. They're
Yeah.
bound to get.
Oh,
And-
that's what's bound to him. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, don't go telling everybody.
Oh, I'll tell. It's in a book now. I'm going to have to write it in
Wow.
a book just so you know, Hans.
I really
you
don't
do.
like you.
You do though, Hans. You really do like me. Who else talks to you, Hans?
I prefer it if nobody talked to me.
You would prefer to nobody talk to you?
Compared
That
to
is a-
talking to you,
That's a lonely existence, Hans.
talking to a fool like you who doesn't even know about the magic that he does.
What, you gonna tell me about the magic that I do?
I'm not, because it's more fun this way.
Yeah, well, maybe I'll forge you into my guitar. What do you think about that? Make you sing for everybody.
Honestly, doubt you could.
I honestly doubt I could either, but I'm not
Are
afraid
you
to.
arguing with Hans again?
Oh, was that out loud?
Yes,
Oh, sorry.
very much so.
Sorry.
I think you're going insane. I think you need to we need to get rid of Hans.
I agree.
he would like that too much if I got rid of him.
I would love it.
See, he says he would love it.
Of course, a sane person would think the same thing.
Well, I'm sure my people would love to put him underneath the water. I'm sure he would love that.
So Roberto, what are we going to do? We have to get going. We need to get back.
Yeah.
We need to save people. So what are we doing now?
Okay. No, you're right. You're right. We go. This should only take a second.
Okay.
AJ thinks that feel free for anybody who doesn't have reckless as a compulsion to talk him down.
The one person who is reckless without the compulsion?
So, Roberto, yes. Roberto, so,
Yeah.
Here's a problem. Is he going to harm anybody?
If he stays out here,
Are there
He'll harm
any?
people?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know.
they're undead. What do you? Well, I guess nobody here now because there's nobody here.
But he's a dwarf. You said a dwarford?
Yeah.
And he wants to hurt
Dwarford.
people?
Well, it wants to get back to the river. It's
Right,
like
but is he
out
going to
of
hurt
place.
somebody to get back to the river?
Maybe.
You think
It's
so?
undead. It's undead. What undead? Do you know that?
But
you
you
know,
said it's like a
well, I guess
ghost and
there are
it's
the-
free will.
Yeah. Well, it's not bound to something.
How long is it going to
So
take?
what if I go and kill him with my axe and then his spirit will go back to where it needs to go?
Does it work that way?
Mark, would that damage his spirit?
It would send it back.
But it's
Okay.
not how you want to send it back.
So the necromancer in Rabberto goes, the conductor goes, if you damage someone's spirit, will be damaged on the river and into death. So if like these crows, this carrion crows, is that spirit going to be shattered now that it's sent back? Will it be united in itself on the other side?
It will be whole in the rivers.
Okay.
Because we really don't have time to stand around here and fixing everything out. We need to go warn the next town. So we can't just diddle-daddle here when you have a horde of bad guys marching towards us.
You're right.
Or maybe they're ahead of us. Who knows?
Ooh. If the people got one wind of it and they left because they've locked everything up.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. They've locked everything up so that the necromancer can't get in. Wait.
But who knows if the necromancer has already been by or not before they left, after they left.
Mark, out of
Yes.
character.
Mm-hmm.
Has there ever been an instance or a reason why a town would lock up and abandon itself for a time? Like naturally.
Besides a necromancer, probably
Besides a
not.
necromancer.
No.
No.
When the paladins are coming?
Depends on the town.
Okay. Are these iron locks? You said they were iron locks, didn't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
lots of iron.
Lots of iron. Okay, I was just making sure there wasn't like some kind of, seasonal thing that some towns do, migrate.
Yeah. Are there shutters on windows and they're all closed too?
Some of them, yeah. Y'all continue through town towards where Rabberto sensed the dead thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but you have to be really quick because I don't want to miss my flight out of here, and two,
Sure.
I don't want to be here past dark. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to die. Okay.
We need to get back
So,
to making
yeah.
time.
Totally with you.
How long is it going to take?
Oh, it should only take a little bit in theory.
Okay. A little
Okay.
bit is in what?
In theory.
Well, I'll go over. I'm going to talk to it. Maybe I'll have to take it over, and depending on the story, maybe I
So,
might have to hear a
Hour,
story.
5 hours, what? What are we
But
looking
it's
at here?
time over on the river, so river's a different time.
Oh, okay, fair.
5 minutes.
Okay,
That's a
go.
lie. I have
Okay,
no. I
after
don't know.
5 minutes, I'm dragging your butt back to the boat. To the ship.
So are you planning on doing the entire conductor experience with this spirit?
If it'll
Or are you
let
just
me.
going to send it back?
I wonder if there's. I want to do a rush version where it's like, technically, yeah.
So there is a rushed version.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's got to be a rush version.
No, there
for-
is.
Yeah.
There is. Less of a guarantee, but
Yeah.
It'll do the trick in a pinch.
Yeah, we're going fast. We're playing fast and loose. That's what Rabberto does.
That's true. So as the three of you make your way through town, you spot the other side. On the other side, there is a small hill that looks like it's got a little trickle of water around it. Looking further, you see that the hill on the other side looks like there's a spring somewhere up in the hills, and water's coming down into the town. The hill looks like a graveyard. It's got this channel of water running all around it, and you see off to the side there is what looks like a little mill that is, with the help of wind, when there is wind, keeping the water moving. The graves are all empty.
Oh.
I bet you the necromancer has been through here.
What makes you think that?
Well,
The graveyard's empty.
I was
it's
being
supposed to be empty
sarcastic.
we, just remember that the paladins have been going around and they have different places. Like Greenfield has those people that dig them up and burn them and take care of them. So maybe I'll be the optimist that maybe that's all it was. Is they were just
No.
they just digged them up and burned them, and we don't have anything to worry about.
We've been dealing with necromancers for way too long now. I know what necromancers are like, and they're evil, horrible, rotten people, and so that's what happened. And they
Sounds like
raised these
6
dead
days.
people.
Yeah.
Way
Yes.
too long now. 6
Too
days
long.
is way too long.
Yes.
Scouting around the edges of this cemetery, you spot something kneeling down by the side of this little stream. It looks like it's been dead for a long time. Its skin is hanging off of it. You can see the remains of some cloth, and it has its hands in the stream, rubbing them together. It's not paying attention to any of you at all.
Tekoa's drawn a
Okay.
sword and is tapping it on his shoulder and gestures with the sword, one-handed, towards the thing. Go do your thing.
Yeah.
Have fun.
All right.
I'm gonna go check out these graves.
All right. Rabberto approaches it, and as he's approaching it, he takes off his cloak and kind of uses. I can imagine he talks to it. Elliottier? Is that you?
It doesn't pay attention and doesn't say anything and just keeps doing what it's doing.
Okay.
You know that it might not be able to talk.
Yeah. Well, I figured it. Well, it's got a lot of decay on it, so it probably doesn't have its cords and air left in its body. But okay. All right. Rabberto starts undoing a couple of his outer clothes and kind of takes out his worn undergarment, which is his conductor suit, which he has underneath him. It's not as bright and shiny as he hoped it would be, but maybe one day he'll come across prints and figure out how to make his own. All right, Elliottier, I'm going to play a song for you, and you're going to hear it, and we're going to go take a dip in the water, and it's going to be fine. It's going to be great. We're going to send you home. Okay? I hope you like this one. And he'll start playing his lute and start, I don't know if serenading is the right word, but playing for Elliottier.
You want to roll a check?
Yeah.
Let's make it average.
You gonna flip on me?
You gonna use blood magic?
No.
Then no.
Not this time. I think he has. He always thinks about it. It's the easy way. 3 successes, 3 threats, 1
3
triumph.
threats. Those threats are really
Oh my goodness, there's so many
coming
threats.
along here. Okay. So as you play, you see that this dead thing stops what it's doing and looks up and then falls to the side. You feel its spirit pass into death. Are you going to follow it?
Yeah.
The frost forms around Rabberto's feet and his breath plumes out in front of him, closes his eyes, and when he opens them, the river stretches out. He recognizes the flow of the River Mel. It's very calm, it's very shallow. There are currents towards the bottom that, if you are not careful, will pull you under. And they are tugging. 3 threats, 3 strains worth of tugging. The current really wants him this time. And you can see the spirit. It is standing at a similar distance to where it was standing from, or where it was kneeling from Rabberto in life. And it is starting to crouch down and lay back in the water. It wants to let the water take it.
There you go.
What are you going to do with your triumph?
What am I going to do with my triumph? I think Rab is satisfied with sending him out. I'm on the River Mal.
Which is the first of the 7 rivers.
And it is a waste to be on this side and not...
Can you use your access to dispel some of the necromancer's abilities, or hold or tether or something on an area? Or is that impossible?
Well, the necromancer didn't have a hold on this particular dead thing.
But I mean, he's on the other side.
Right. But is the necromancer on the other side? You could if you knew where the necromancer was, you could find him in death.
Oh. We have a triumph.
Well, yeah.
And we kind of already know who he is.
We really don't.
Vaguely.
We really don't.
Yeah. You don't have a name or anything. You have a vague description.
Yeah.
You think about your triumph.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Uh-oh.
Tullana and Tekoa are walking around the cemetery. What are you looking for?
I'm looking to see how... I am purposely looking to see how the graves are dug up, whether it's reminiscent of people who are trained to do this thing, that, you know, it's supposed to be the thing that they'll do to take the dead bodies and then burn them and blah, 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 and, you know, it's a certain way of going about it. Or if it's reckless and just like undead harvesting for more undead.
Okay. The first thing you notice is you don't see the remains of the traditional pyre spell anywhere.
Oh.
So there's that. The second thing you notice is these graves kind of look like they were dug up from the inside out.
Oh. Yeah. They got out on their own. They got tired of their place and decided to get up and go move.
Well, Billy Bo, I'm so sorry, but I'm gonna have to kill you again. Watch out for the next one. So sorry, Bobby Bob.
It doesn't work that way.
I'm gonna have to kill you. I'm gonna find you and we'll kill you again. Grandma, my loved grandma. So sorry, whoever you are. I'm gonna have to kill you again. Okay? My axe is gonna find you and we're gonna put you right back where you belong.
You know, again, it's not really working that way. It's not like I can feel a shiver down their spine and be like, oh, I'm going to be hunted now.
Yes.
I think it's cute, but that's not the way that works. But yeah, obviously this graveyard has been raised. That's not good. And the pyre spell's nowhere in town. It's also not good. Was there any remnants of a
fight?
Of a sun? The sun lamp, yeah.
No sun lamp in this town.
Okay.
Is there signs of a struggle?
No signs of a struggle.
Okay, so they came through, picked up the dead. So the people got out in time, but they're coming through, so we're late. We need to head back.
Yep.
Get back on the ship, get Rabberto, drag his butt back to the ship. And we need to fly ahead because we need to catch up and overtake them to make sure that we can defeat them, okay? Let's go.
And you look towards where the balloon is, and I'll flip a story point, because you see like a line of smoke, like it followed a flame up from where you know that balloon is.
Oh, that's not good. Okay, so you're gonna start running that direction?
I'm gonna run towards Rabberto to drag his butt back that direction.
Okay. Rab!
Rabberto stands in the river.
I want to find other living creatures, beings that are on this side.
For what purpose?
Because there's very few people that come out over here.
You want to know where the living people in death are.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's dangerous.
I'm going to say it's an impossible check.
Okay.
Which means you could do it.
You can do it.
Impossible is 5?
Impossible is daunting, but you had to flip to do it. So that means you can't flip to upgrade.
Okay.
So it's 5 difficulty, but you have to flip to access.
Can I upgrade with that triumph?
What do you think you're rolling?
What do I think I'm rolling?
Yeah.
Think I'm rolling arcane, or do I need to roll divine?
I think you're rolling a sense check.
Okay.
It can be arcana. I'll flip to upgrade it too.
All right, guys. Do I do Do
You
I
gotta
bite
do
my
blood
thumb?
magic.
I gotta do blood magic.
Why?
You start this whole thing by doing conductor stuff, and they're like, "Wow, I was really successful at that. I should do necromancer stuff."
Right? Exactly. He immediately switches. I mean, we're not here to tell you, please don't, Rabberto. Please don't. You're going down the dark's path, and we can't follow you. You just do it. You're breaking my heart.
But vengeance.
I'm not going to have a broken heart. I'm sorry. But
Okay,
vengeance.
I can do this. I can do this.
Is this vengeance? Yeah. Is this to find the necromancers?
I'm rolling. I won't use blood magic.
Or will
we
you?
can do this. We can do
You
this.
probably will.
I'm a natural at
Because
this.
impossible checks are very
Oh
not
my
impossible
goodness.
in this game. I'm not remotely surprised.
2 successes, 4 threat.
With threats.
Yeah, there are 4 threats happening right here. So, Rabberto closes his eyes and tries to find the living things in death. This is the opposite of his usual ability to sense. It works because these people who are here are so tainted by death that, wow, look at your strain. That they are almost something else entirely. And as he opens his eyes, it's almost like he can find a thread that winds its way back along the rivers through Mal and Fen, Gloom and Dim, all the way to the river Mere. There are 5 people standing close together in death right now.
Oh, dear.
Rabberto senses 2 or 3 others elsewhere. And as he looks at this, it's not like a physical string, not a physical thread, but he gets this visual of what the path he can follow through the rivers to get to this place. He looks up and sees a woman, Seekith, wearing white, running towards him. Meanwhile, in the cemetery,
We're booking it back to Rabberto.
yep, the 2 of you are running towards Rabberto, who you can see is surrounded by the ice, and his breath is on the air in front of him.
That's fine. Sword has been sheathed. I am literally picking him up and slinging him on my shoulder. Get his loot. Let's go. He'll wake up when he wakes up.
Rabberto, it feels like somebody pulled your stomach out.
I'm gonna grab his stuff.
Well, he's got his backpack on, so Tekoa's hosted that. But yeah, you definitely need his loot because it probably fell from his hands.
But yeah,
Oh.
Rabberto, you're back in life. You're fully conscious, and you feel like you're gonna throw up.
No. Why? What? She was coming. She was running to me. What? Why? What did you do?
What do you mean? What did we do?
What
We've got the signal
she was
fires.
coming.
We're losing our balloon.
She was on her way.
That's fine. You can go say hi to her later, whoever she is. Keeps running.
I don't know if I can find her again.
I'm sorry, my friend. We couldn't just leave you there. We can't leave. We have to see what's going on. The alarm went up. The Greys have been on deck from on the inside. The Necromancer's already been through here. I'm sorry.
I felt him on the other.
You did a great job. You took care of the dwarf, Ed.
Yeah, he went for a swim. It was great. And,
Awesome.
But
Then you were
there's
done.
living people on the other side.
Wait, what? He keeps running. That's really weird. You're normally on the other side, so yeah, of course, there's other conductors. Of course, that makes sense.
No, there was like a woman in white. She was like you, a Seekith, and there was like some others, and then there was like 5 grouped together.
Okay.
She was running. She felt me.
Do you
this
want me to
doesn't happen?
I don't know these things. I'm sorry.
That's great. Let's keep running.
I'm sorry.
As you clear town, you can see the balloon off in the distance at the tracks, and a couple miles south, you can see a plume of smoke above where you think the tracks continue.
Oh,
that's not good.
Oh, so it wasn't her?
No, it was.
Okay. So in other words, a train's coming or something.
Yep.
Wait, it's coming
towards this town?
Towards you.
Towards us, which is, if it goes past us, it goes to Gilder.
No, it's coming from Gilder.
Oh, no.
Hurry up, guys.
Ravnik delivered the message, and they took that as, we're going to get them. Maybe.
Let's go. Let's
Surely
go. Let's
not.
go.
No, that couldn't be it. That absolutely could not be it. No.
Don't let it be the Anza. Don't let it be the Anza.
Oh, no.
I don't have the strength.
You don't have the strength. No, you don't.
I don't have the strength to fight.
You're being carried. It doesn't matter. Keep going.
Hey, it's at the end of an encounter, so you should be able to roll for at least one strain back.
Oh, fine.
All right, I'll
Roll
go
it.
for it.
Come on. Roll it and get your one strain back, because you always get one success.
There,
Two
wow.
strain.
Wow.
Tekoa's shoulder's really comfy.
Yeah, you're not going to throw up.
Oh, but who was she?
I don't know.
Find out in the afterlife. Get moving,
That's
buddy.
where he was.
Keep it moving.
We're moving.
You can go back some other time. Faraday.
She leans out of the balloon.
Took you long enough.
Yeah, well,
I was about to leave.
really?
I'm gonna jump on board.
I throw Rabberto inside like a psycho.
Yeah, she leans out of it, grabs Tullana by the hand, swings her up on board,
Oh, thank you.
Sorry.
reaches out for Tekoa to grab a hand too.
Grabs it and hoists Rabberto in
Oh,
first,
jeez.
and then jumps in.
I'm gonna collapse. You
Okay,
guys,
so-
that was tough running.
It was great. All right. The graves have been dug up from the inside out. So obviously he is replenished, but nobody else was here. They were all locked up.
I guess that is good, but
That-
also not good.
What do you mean? I mean, well, yeah.
You said
it
there were
means-
already 100 of them. Now there's what?
I did. How many? I
150?
should have been able to count. How many was it? Graves, possibly.
At least 30.
At least 30. At least 30 graves before I saw your signal. So, yeah.
That's okay. We'll go kill Grandma.
What? Why is there a train coming this way?
I assumed it's probably because of you.
Did you really? Of course you would assume that. Of course you would.
Of course I would assume that. After what happened last night, the only people who use this line of tracks
Uh-huh.
is the Iron Tower.
Oh. Didn't know that. All right. Great. Let's go.
She casts the spell to pick up the wind around the balloon, and it rushes under the balloon and picks it up.
Oh, we're not getting used to that.
The fire.
So who came running at you?
It was
A Seekith? A female?
a female Seekith.
Okay, was she
in the
alive?
light. No. Well.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, okay, because it's different. Okay, I'm alive over there, but she was on the river
Uh-huh.
coming towards me.
Okay.
Why was she coming towards me?
Why was
wasn't
she in
just-
white? Is that
Seekith.
a thing? No, is that a yes, Seekith, yes, me. Like me. You know?
I don't know.
Maybe it knows you, and so therefore it went to him because he wanted to talk to you through him.
Who?
Tekoa
Maybe
just
his sister?
looks
Maybe his
at-
mom? Maybe grandma? Maybe great grandma? Who knows?
My great
Long lost grand sister?
If I could draw a picture and go, is this what she looked like?
Can you draw?
I don't know if he can draw. Never said he couldn't, but I've never said
Roll
he
to
could.
draw.
What would you like me to roll to try to do such a thing?
I have no idea.
Because this is like cooking. You know, it's a decision. You know what?
It's a knowledge check for sure.
Okay, a knowledge check, not a. Okay.
I think it's
Wouldn't be
History?
geography. it's not
education, history. We could do history.
warfare for warfare?
Yeah,
Political
you
That
know.
would be for drawing plans.
Yeah, not for plans though.
I can see history.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be a 2 green regardless what it is, but yeah. Yeah, let's go with history. I'll go with history and I'll draw her or try to draw my sister.
I think we're adding a setback for lack of supplies and another setback for a balloon in movement.
How about
Okay.
one
Well,
setback?
actually, I have once per session where I can grab something out of my bag and it can be useful. So I'm gonna give him a pad and some pencils to draw with.
Is that with a story point, or you just get to do it?
Once per session, your character may use a talent to produce a small narrative useful item from their pocket, backpack, or similar replacement. It turns out the item had been there the whole time,
All right.
and it has to cost less than 100 credits.
You're removing one setback. So you've got a setback for moving balloon,
Mhm.
and it's average.
Okay, can I flip a story point, guys?
Go
Heck
for
yeah.
it.
Cool.
Please do.
I don't. Yeah, we'll see how this works out. Boost because I know I think about my sister a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, it's the best I can do. All right, let's see if we can do this.
Whoop, there it is.
Whoa!
Nice.
One success, one triumph.
You draw her, and before you even finish, Rabberto confirms that that's the face he saw.
That's her. That's who was running to me. That's who was running to me.
Do you have an idea for that triumph?
Why was your sister running to me?
A drawing check?
Wow. What would you do with a triumph with that? So I'm drawing the picture of my sister. Okay.
What's your sister's name? Did you write it down yet?
Yes, I have her name. No, Thea. It's actually Thea. Thea.
Verity looks over your shoulder.
It's really good.
You're a good
Thank you.
drawer.
I think about her a lot. I don't want to forget her.
She's so pretty.
Got an idea. What she produced from her bag was drawing stuff, right? But what if it was magically infused whatever I'm using the draw with? So that way it helps you lock onto that person in some form or fashion. It can be used by magician, people who can channel magic, but so he can find her next time? If it's too much of a stretch, I understand.
Maybe he has
I'm
enough
just wondering if
ability.
that magic would... Trying to think of how that magic would work in this world.
Okay. Because, it's kind of like forging, when we talk about forging stuff. So you're forging, technically, an artist is forging a piece of essence into the paper. Because it's a family member drawing the portrait, it's tied to the bloodline. I don't know. I'm just spitballing
I like
here.
that.
So yeah, I think the item that Tullana pulled out, there was a pen, and it looked very nicely made.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows where Tullana actually got it? But
Branson's.
it looks like it was made by DeVergar,
Ooh.
and
Oh.
you can't see, like, it has some sort of internal inkwell.
Oh, sweet.
And as you're drawing it, this is going to sound a lot more sinister than I mean it to be, but the ink is this like bright red when it comes out of the pen, and it dries black.
Oh, weird. Okay.
And for some reason, this pen seemed to like bridge your memory. And yeah, I think that if Rabberto would take it, he would notice some sort of connection to death in this pen.
Oh, jeez.
That channels memories.
Oh, wow.
Having a magical item in my bag and I didn't know it.
That
Who knew?
sounds about right.
Who knew?
So he finishes and he's like, so this was, she was running to you.
She was running to me.
So she's not, but she passed on. So she should be well down the rivers by now.
Unless there's something that she wants and she's doing her best not to go to death. Yeah.
Was she on the shore? Where was she? He gives you the pen and the paper, the pad, because he's just kind of like still shook up about this.
Where was she, Mark?
She was running upstream.
Did she say anything?
Okay, because I was in Mal. I was looking downriver all the way down to Mir.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Ish.
distance doesn't really work in death, but that is a very, very far away place from there. But yeah, you had the idea that this path that these necromancers took went to Mir. But no, she was...
Was she connected to
right
that
there.
path? Oh.
No.
Oh.
Well, can you...
She was right in front of you.
She was right... Yeah.
Can you go back?
Yeah.
I mean, now?
I gotta have my feet on the ground. Yeah.
What? Why does it have to work like that?
I don't know.
Roberto's got to come out of the same place that he went in.
Okay. But yeah,
otherwise he wouldn't be able to find himself.
My character does not know that,
Yeah.
I could, but I'd be lost.
Okay. Oh, well, I don't want you to be lost.
Well, I would be a big fleshy paperweight if
she was coming back. So that's... well, I mean, you're not a big fleshy paperweight. You're a furry paperweight.
No, I'm a little furry paperweight. I know.
I think
They're all big fleshy paperweights.
Yeah, I know. We're all big fleshy paperweights. Hans, you're the only paperweight we got right now. Remember that. Yeah.
Can you send me over to talk to her? What would be left?
She might get lost.
No, I'm just... you've touched on something that he's very like, I'm sorry, what? So he's asking all the questions.
Yes. Yeah.
But we'd have to be somewhere where we can stop.
You don't do magic, though. You don't.
I know. That's why I'm asking if you can send me over there. I mean, obviously she wants to tell you something. It's not like she's trying to eat your face off.
I didn't think so.
I mean, I've heard her in my dreams.
Yeah?
Like when we were in Vane, she said she'd always be with me. She's running to you. If she's running to you, then look.
Yeah, keep going.
If my sister is running to you, then that means that she's fighting for something on that side. Otherwise, she would pass on and leave life to the rest of us to deal with. So
what if she sees the necromancer and she wants to help you to defeat the stupid necromancer who killed her and who hurt you? Because that sounds like something that a sister would do.
Yeah,
that's what I would do.
Yeah, I imagine that's what
it's
sisters
kind
would
of what I'm
want.
driving at is maybe there was something she wants to tell you that is important that she has seen on this side or on that side.
So when we stop next and we're safe, then you can do it again.
Yeah.
Everybody looks at Roberto strain.
Anybody got any like sticky buns or anything like that? I could really go for something sweet.
Sweet?
Yeah.
Oh gosh. So that means that the army has marched on. He looks over at Verity. So their army's already been through here. The undead army's already been through here. They've already bolstered their numbers by 30, give or take.
So you're saying we're gonna run into it?
Well, yeah, but we're up in the air. We're gonna be mostly fine.
I would say let's get range away from this train.
I mean, yeah, let's get away from the train. I mean, we don't have to go straight towards the towns. We can give wide berth as long as we can see it on the horizon. We can,
Can we help?
Again, we're trying to get ahead of this thing.
Let's just go to. Sorry, I'm tired. I'm so tired.
Why don't
You sleep.
Let's go to
And
Greenfield.
we'll go to Greenfield where we're supposed to go.
But there's
It's a
other
long
towns
way.
between here and
I
Greenfield.
know, but if it's
Now
moving
you're
this
telling
fast,
now you're telling Tekoa to no, we have to keep going.
You're right. We got to keep going.
Okay.
Right?
So which one is it? Going to Greenfield, or you're taking on this necromancer? You owe me the bounty.
But okay.
Doing
But
both.
if he's no good if he doesn't get rest. Points at
Yeah.
Roberto.
You have 4 hours. What more do you need?
You're right. Okay.
He's been casting magic. At least I think he's been casting magic.
I
could just be
I
insane.
did. I have
Okay.
been. Freddie, I just went over to the rivers and.
I didn't mean to yank you back. I apologize. But
You did your job. You always do your job. Thank you for
try.
always doing your job. I appreciate that. I'm cold. I'm tired.
You hungry?
I'm hungry. I need
Oh,
something
he's
sweet.
getting hangry.
All right, buddy. I'm gonna.
Let's go to. You're right.
I
I mean,
can take it down not in one of these forests, but like
No, don't.
No,
But,
no, we don't want that. No, just
off from these tracks at least. We can take it down in the mountains.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't want to fly at night. That's the thing.
No.
So we're either getting where we're going today,
Can we get there
or
today?
we're getting a start again tomorrow morning.
Can we get how
I mean,
far
we
can
can't
we
get to Greenfield today.
Okay.
That's going to take a couple days. But if you want to head off this necromancer,
Yeah.
we could do that today, or we could start out tomorrow morning. But there's no guarantee that they're
Yeah. No,
not
let's
going to
do
take another
that.
town.
Okay, let's get as far as we can today and
Let's get ahead
assess
of it.
things as we go if we see towns or whatever, right? It makes sense. And if we get ahead of him, because obviously he can't travel during the day, then that's good. We can stop at the nearest town that's full of activity that's not undead or disappeared or whatever, and we can let them know.
There wasn't a
And-
bunch of tracks like wagons, was there?
We didn't see anything.
Talking to me?
Yeah. Anybody?
Uh-oh.
Was there wagons in the village?
We didn't check for wagons in the village.
All
But
right.
Mark pretty much made it sound like they'd left. Everybody had packed up shop and basically turning it into a ghost town.
Yeah. Let's hope that's what it was.
Well, it's not it's definitely not the necromancer, locking up a village.
Yeah.
He's like super tidy and he's like got OCD or something. So he goes to every house and he locks it up with the iron key that he ripped off the headless, burgermeister or something, and like locks everything up.
Well-
That sounds like a terrible children's story. Why am I saying this?
I don't know, but it's kind of creepy.
The headless burgermeister.
All right. So I'm going to get as much space between us and this train
Okay.
as I can.
Okay.
Hopefully they lose us, and
Okay.
We can get in a couple more hours today. The sun's probably going to set pretty early,
Oh.
but
Okay.
this thing's pretty visible at night, so
Yeah.
yeah.
We got lucky.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's do that. Yeah, sounds like a good idea. Let's let you do you and yeah. All right.
The day goes by quickly, if not nervously, as you watch behind you and can still see that plume of smoke on the horizon.
Mm-hmm.
As the sun gets lower in the sky, Verity ends up taking it down in a valley, at the top of a valley between two mountains. You didn't pass over any more villages, just small homesteads or clusters of houses.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing major as you made your way through this valley.
Okay.
And yeah, Verity takes it down and you set up camp for the night.
One thing Tekoa says, one of the first things you get, the camera comes in, and one of the first things you get is Tekoa's like chopping wood for the campfire. He's like, at least there's one good thing about the paladins coming this way after us. We're bringing paladins this way.
That is true.
So
That is
as long,
true.
as long as we stay ahead of them.
Depends on how you feel about paladins.
Well, let's put it this way. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. So if we end up coming across the necromancer and the paladins are coming after us, they're not going to team up with the necromancer.
Just keep them away from me.
Why do you want them to stay away from you, Hans?
Look at me.
I try not to. No, but seriously, like,
I really gave that one to you.
yeah, he did. Does the Iron Tower want you for anything?
I mean, besides destroying me,
Yeah.
nothing that I know of.
Well, you didn't know them anything in life?
Give me a perception check.
Mm-hmm.
Versus?
3 purples.
Perception or charm?
Perception for now.
All right. 2 purple?
I think I said 3.
Okay. I'm going to flip.
Okay.
Failure and advantage.
Yeah. They don't want him for anything.
No.
Advantage?
Advantage?
So what was the perception check to do?
As he's watching and talking to Hans, is Hans lying?
You can't tell because he's a skull. Yeah, gotcha. Advantage, you can get a gut feeling about it rather than for sure, but you're kind of like,
He might not be telling the truth. You can't tell.
I could go be like, yeah, you're right. It makes sense that they wouldn't want anything to do with you. After all, it was only the head paladin that put you in there. Yeah, they wouldn't want you at all for anything. There's no ties between you.
so passive.
None. I bet there wouldn't even be a tale, like anything to brag about that you would have done that's worth noting. Not at all. If there was, that'd be cool. That'd be worth noting. Maybe.
Yeah, you'll never know it.
Why not?
Because I don't really like you.
It doesn't matter. The press, they're not going to be. No one's going to be able to tell people what you've done or how you stuck it to the Iron Tower if you don't let it out.
I let it out.
To
Just
who?
not for you. I wrote a book once.
Did not. You don't even have hands. Hans has no hands. Come on. You wrote a book.
Yeah.
Must not have been a very, impressive one since, I haven't heard of you.
I haven't even told you my name.
You're Hans.
Yeah.
Hans what?
Right.
Hans Wright? That's not much of a name. Hans Wright.
Well, good night.
All right, Hans
This-
Wright.
The ghost face turns around.
Wow.
Don't make me...
Still glowing.
You still got something to say. You're still glowing.
Not to you.
So what type... What'd you write? Something narrative? Like Tall Tales? 100
What's
ways...
Tullana doing well? Rabberto's talking to Hans and Tekoa's chopping wood.
I am, because of everything that's been going on, I'm probably sticking close to Verity.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to just kind of follow her around a little and just be rattling on. So, do you normally fly really high? And how often do you take people on your journeys? And do you get paid a lot?
Yeah, we go pretty high all the time. I take people all over the continent, and I get paid what I get paid.
Okay, I have a question. What was your most famous person that you took up on the ship?
You probably wouldn't have heard of her. Felicity Fitzcharles?
Felicity Fitzcharles. Interesting. And what was your most interesting person to fly up with you? I'm sure
you
you have
do
lots
ask
of
a lot of
stories.
questions, don't you?
I know, but it's really interesting because, like, if you have people that come on the flight, I'm sure you have some really interesting stories about people that you've met and the stories that they've told you.
The most interesting person I flew was a Grant folk. She was very, very large, barely fit in my basket, had a tail 2-3 Tullanas long.
Oh my goodness, that's so tall. Wow, that'd
Yep,
be really big just to tell.
She was an inventor. She had
Ooh.
some interesting stuff. She was bringing it from the Giants Plains up north to Hearth to try and sell her inventions to the Dvergar.
Oh, that's so cool. You're such a helpful person.
I try.
I think you're a great person.
Thanks.
I think we're going to be great friends because you're so nice to people and you do a great service. You help people out in the jam, like you fly them places, you know? I think that's really cool. What was your most scariest person that you flew?
She laughs.
I flew a Kilpie once. I didn't know if we were gonna even make it off the ground.
Goodness.
He was very, very large, very heavy.
But I assume you made it off the ground.
Yeah, we did.
Good. I bet that used a lot of magic, huh?
Yeah, it really wore me out.
Aw. Do you get really tired flying people around all the time?
Not usually. I don't sleep much. It's just the way I am, I guess.
Well, if you ever need to sleep, I'll protect you. I got a great axe here, and I can make sure that you're safe, and I think you're really nice.
I appreciate it. I think we're gonna get some decent sleep tonight. At least I hope.
Yeah, we can take turns taking watch. That way nobody is all sleeping, and then we get surprised, you know? Like,
Buddy, it looks like he's just about to pass out.
yeah, well, I mean...
He should have slept this entire time, but did he?
He's been up for like 24 hours, so yeah, he's a little tired. I mean, we fought, and he stayed up, so he used all his energies, and he's been doing stuff, so yeah, he probably needs to sleep.
Probably does.
The big guy doesn't like to sleep much, though, I hear.
He hasn't slept the whole time he's been on the balloon.
No, he doesn't like to sleep.
That's not true. I can hear you over here. I do like to sleep.
Oh!
Just someone's got to chop the wood.
I'm helping to set up camp so we have a place to sleep in with her.
He hands back Tullana her axe. Thanks for letting me borrow the axe.
Oh yeah, no problem. It works great, don't it?
It's a lot better than using my sword, even though it's called breaking.
The four of you settle in for the night. You huddle around the fire. It's very cold, especially up in the mountain. And as the fire winds down, it begins to snow a little bit. Off in the corner, there's a little bit of glow from Han's jar, which shines on Rabberto's face as he tries to sleep.
So I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna put a blanket over Hans so that he doesn't wake up Rabberto. And then I'm gonna take first watch. So I'm gonna tell everybody to go to sleep, and I'm gonna have my axe next to me. And I'm gonna be watching, and listening.
Verity leans up against a tree with her bow on her lap, and Rabberto falls asleep.
And Tekoa falls asleep, but Tekoa has that pad that he drew on, and he has the picture of his sister resting on his chest as he falls asleep.
And Tekoa dreams. Thanks for listening to another episode of The Otherplace. Liking the show and want more? Be sure to leave us a review wherever you get your podcasts, and stop by our Twitter or Discord to say hello. The Otherplace is a production of Nightcast Creative. Visit nightcastcreative.com to find out more about us and the podcasts we make. Be sure to subscribe to the Fenrayne Files to hear the latest episode, which comes out this Saturday, January 15th. Do you want to know more about the people, places, and inspiration behind The Otherplace? Send us your questions or topics, and maybe we'll talk about them on the show.